Namaste. We're talking Vedic astrology today, and I want to share something with you. A moment of transformation I had about 10 years ago. Going from seeing astrology as entertainment to seeing Vedic astrology as a life-affirming science for me. There's a real difference between Western astrology and Vedic astrology. We'll get into that in a meaningful way. But first, one immediate thing that you'll notice. In Western astrology, you have a star sign. Leo, Cancer, Scorpio. And that sign tells you who you are. It's entertaining. Everybody loves hearing how strong or how attractive their sign is. And it's a lot of fun. It feeds the ego. In Western astrology, maybe you've told people that you are a Scorpio or a Leo. Maybe since you were a kid, you thought you were that sign, a Scorpio or a Leo. And then one day, someone hands you your Vedic birth chart. And you see that your sun isn't even in the same sign anymore. It says Libra, not Scorpio. And now you don't even know what to do with that information. Nobody tells you there are many prediction sciences. There's Western astrology, Vedic astrology, Chinese astrology, Mayan astrology, Chinese purple star astrology, Tibetan astrology, which combines Chinese and Vedic. You see, they are all reading the same sky and giving you different answers. Most people have never heard or looked into those things. They just think astrology is astrology until they start seeing the difference. So let's slow down and see what's actually happening here, because I think it's a lot simpler than it looks or sounds. Picture the zodiac as a clock up in the sky, painted onto the sky thousands of years ago. Imagine that. 12 signs, like 12 numbers on a clock face. Western astrology reads that clock exactly the way it was first studied or painted. Fixed. It's frozen. Same as it was drawn when Western astrologers was studying it or invented it. But you see, the earth doesn't hold still. It wobbles. It's moving over centuries. So the stars behind that painted clock have actually drifted about 24 degrees since it was first studied, drawn. Vedic astrology looks at where the stars are right now. Not where they were when they were originally studied or painted. You see, it's the same sky. It's also reading the same time of birth. Just two different ways of reading the same clock. That's why your Western Scorpio can become Vedic Libra. The ruler that you're measuring it with have changed. Let me tell you why I got interested in astrology, especially Vedic astrology, Jyotish, as it's called in Sanskrit. Vedic astrology is part of the Vedas. It's one of 6 Vedangas, the limbs of the Vedas, ancient tools built so we could actually read and live these Vedic teachings. Not just to study them, but to live them. And inside Jyotish, there are 3 pillars. I'm going to briefly go over these 3 pillars. The first pillar, Siddhanta, the mathematics, the exact positions of the planets, of the stars, the eclipses, the calendar itself. And then we have Samhita, the collective, weather patterns, earthquakes, the destiny of nations. And then my favorite, the third one, is called Hora, the personal, your birth chart, your karma, the timing of your own life. The third one, Hora, is where we are going to spend most of our time on this video. Because that's the one that's actually about you. Practically, there are only 3 things you need to know about yourself. 3 things to live your life without much confusion. And I'm not talking about the cosmic level here, really. I'm not talking about cosmic consciousness. That you're actually consciousness, we know that. Or that's much deeper. I'm not even going that deep. And saying that you are the universe experiencing itself. No. This video is not about that. It's very practical. I'm talking about something far more grounded that even a non-believer will agree on. Something that decides how you live in this world, how you hold your relationships, how you move through the material, ordinary, everyday work of being alive. Only 3 things: your sun sign, your moon sign, and your Lagna, ascendant. That's all it takes. And now the second thing, which is your moon sign. What you think of you. Know what you think you are. What you think of yourself. You know, this is really, really important. Because every action you take comes from your belief in yourself. You see, you might be perceived a certain way by other people. But what you think of yourself may be different. If you think you are not creative you're not a creative person, you will never even start. You'll never even start. And it's not because you cannot paint or write or be creative or build something, but it's because that's what you believe about yourself in your head. And the head decides what the hands are allowed to try. This isn't how you feel in any given moment. It's the belief underneath that feeling, running the decisions in your life based on your belief in yourself. And the third thing, number 3, is what you think other people think of you. Now, this is a tricky one, because we are taught not to care what other people think about us. And in some way, it's true. But in other ways, it's more useful than we want to admit. If people think that you are a good teacher, and you think that you are a good teacher too, then you'll keep taking actions like a good teacher. You'll prepare more. You'll show up more. You'll push yourself further in that direction. The belief and the perception working together, and it shapes what you actually become. It's true, because what you believe they see changes how you carry yourself in the material world. In my own life, I've seen this play out. I live in a capitalist society, and in my younger years, I thought that's what I'm supposed to become. Everybody encouraged me. An entrepreneur, financial success, the American dream, the whole picture. And then over 10 years ago, I actually started learning my Vedic chart. And I found something that I wasn't ready for at that time. Who I actually am did not match what I felt about myself. And neither of those matched what I believed other people thought of me. 3 different pictures, not aligned. And I have been building a life off the wrong one. And this may be out of the astrology realm a little bit. But let me tell you something. If you want to be authentically you, these are 3 things. These 3 things have to align. Your inner image, what you think you are. Others' image, what others think of you. And your outer image, what you show the world. All these 3 have to match if you want to be truly authentic. I want to be very gentle here, because this isn't about blaming anyone. almost everyone, in fact, all of us, we're walking around inside that same confusion, this non-alignment. And knowing your sun sign, your moon sign, and your Lagna helps us get closer to your authentic self. That's what I really believe. I still get people reading birth charts with me, 80 years old. And the question is still the same that they had when they were 25 years old. What is my purpose in this life? The whole life lived, and the question is still there. That's just what happens when nobody ever showed you the difference between these three things. And this is where, in my opinion, Vedic astrology becomes something so practical. Because there are three placements in your chart that gives you insight into those important questions. With precision, that still surprises me after 10 years. And those are your sun sign, your moon sign, and your Lagna, your ascendant. Your sun tells you who you are, where you're headed. Your moon tells you what you believe about yourself, your internal stuff. The belief controlling every decision you make. And your Lagna, your ascendant, and your planet placements. It tells you what you believe the world sees in you and the obstacles in your way. Three things, three mirrors. And I want to be clear, it's not predicting your future. It's showing you the three things you already needed to know to live without confusion. At the end of the day, I think the real question worth researching is, it's not which zodiac sign you were born under, no, but whether you actually know these three things about your own life: who you are and where you're heading, what you believe about yourself, and what you believe the world already thinks of you. So, if this is the first time anyone's laid it out this clearly for you, I hope it is. It might be worth seeing what your own chart is actually telling you. The planets in it, the houses, the patterns underneath the patterns. That's what a real birth chart reading is for. It's not to predict future events, not mainly, but to show you why your soul has taken birth in this body at this time. Namaste.